All right, guys, what's up? Tom Hayes here, another Amazon FBA video. Today I want to talk all about Q4, okay? So getting prepped and making sure that you're ahead of your competition, you're ahead of everybody else, going into Q4, prepping for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, just the holiday season in general, to make sure that you are set up in the best possible position with your Amazon products to make sure that you're going to dominate the end of the year. All right, so today's just be a short video. So when we are going to Q4, there's a few things that I always love to do. First of all is making sure that my listing is fully optimized, okay? So those images, if I wanted to get the lifestyle images that I don't have, or the graphics and the info images that I don't have, I want to make sure my listing is super dialed in, all right? So it needs to be fully optimized for the relevant keywords in my marketplace. Everything needs to just be, super dialed in. Go back and watch some other videos if you're not at this point, if you're not confident of that, okay? So fine-tuning your listing over time is always a great thing. So remember that your marketplace on Amazon is fluid, so things are always changing. There's new sellers coming in, there's sellers potentially exiting, and people are always evolving, all right? So there might be new keywords that people are indexing for, which would be my point on number 2, all right? So ranking. So once you have a fully optimized listing, once those images are great, once your title, your bullet points, your description, your back-end keywords are all honed in, you need to make sure that you're actually going to show up. So if you're not ranked on the top of page 1, then you need to start running aggressive PPC campaigns. If you're on page 3, then I would recommend a relaunch. I would recommend going back, finding my video on launching and relaunching your product to make sure that you are going to appear at the top when this time comes, okay? So marketplace analysis, that's going back and reverse ASINing your top 10 basically competitors in your marketplace and making sure that whatever keywords they're relevancy and ranking for, that you are going after those aggressively, all right? So you might have a combination of both keyword PPC and then also product PPC. So you're showing up on your competitors' ASINs, you're showing up on their listings. All right, so you are now going after making sure that you've kind of omnipresence in your marketplace going into Q4, making sure that when these, holidays come up, that they find your product, right? You need to be very visible and very easy to find. And the only way to really do that is to be on the top of page 1. If you're literally 70% of Amazon customers don't go past page 1, and most people don't go past about the first top 10 listings, okay? So this is super critical. Now, once you're that well established and you have a great listing, everything's honed in, you want to start looking at running promotions, okay? There's a psychology behind coupons, lightning deals, giving them discounts, all right? And depending on the price point of your product, sometimes the percentage off is better and sometimes an actual dollar quantity off is better, okay? So if your product is at $15 and you want to give 10% off, which is $1.50, that doesn't look as good as just giving off, let's say $2, right? $2 means way more to me than being like, 25% off, right? And I know those numbers don't necessarily work out the way that they should, but I'm just trying to give you the gist of what I like to do, okay? Lightning deals can be awesome. All right, so I don't talk much about these because I've found that overall lightning deals, give or take, sometimes they don't do what you want them to do. Sometimes you end up losing money almost on them, right? So I've had some where I've broken even, I've had some where we've dominated and just made so much money it's not even funny. So I also recommend, though, around the holidays, everybody else is starting to run deals, everyone else is running promotions, right? So you need to stand out. So a lightning deal is actually a great way to do that in Q4. Coming up to, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, everyone's buying gifts, right? Just even for Thanksgiving around this time, like we're all just kind of wanting to be together with family and friends and just enjoying life. So I think this is actually a great time, especially if you have a giftable product, something that really makes sense for buying for somebody else. This is a huge opportunity for you guys that I want you to kind of harness, all right? So the last thing that I really want to talk to you about is inventory, because here's a huge part, and I talk about this all the time, but Amazon in general, the last thing that you want to do is run out of inventory. You've worked so hard to build your listing, to build out, your images, everything else too, but then you also had to launch and you had to, start indexing for keywords, build up your sales velocity, get to a point where, things were going well and you're really noticed. So don't let that hard work go to waste. I would order new product, now. So start restocking now. It is October 18th today. So start thinking about, when do I need to reorder? And it's probably, now is probably about your best time, because especially if you're going to split ship, some via A or some via C, help your profit margins a little bit, save some money. Now is the time to go and do that. All right. So make sure you're talking to your suppliers, because maybe their lead times are longer, right? For them to manufacture, it might take longer. Shipping, understand that things are starting to ramp up as well, right? So this is just a chaotic time of the year in every industry, and Amazon especially as well. So your storage fees will go up. But don't, go into this with, a bare minimum and be like, oh, I'm out of inventory, then I'll reorder, because you're going to get crushed. If you can have a fully optimized listing, make sure that you're ranked well, crush the promotional side of things, all right? So even in the promotion, stepping back to that for 1 second, Facebook ads right now are huge. If you can actually kind of take some of the other videos, whether it's a ClickFunnels landing page or just a Facebook ad that you're running that's very, very relevant to your marketplace, this is a great time to actually cash in on those things. All right, so these are really the core concepts going into Q4 though, right? There's no magic bullet. It's just making sure that everything that you've built out to this point is the best it possibly can be. So I highly recommend going back and doing another marketplace analysis. Look at what's happening in your marketplace, all right? Whether you launched, 2 months ago, whether you launched a year ago, go back and refine and fine tune your actual listing to make sure it's relevant for today, for right now, going into this part of the year. Because this is where so much money can be made. And I feel like some people leave it on the table because they don't prep for it. So I don't want to see that for you guys. And I want to make sure that you're going in and crushing this. All right. So inventory, I have at least 2 months, if not more, coming into this. Yes, storage fees are higher. I get that. But if you have all these other things dialed in and you're ranked well, fully optimized listing, you're going to run promotions, and you're going to just dominate your sales in your marketplace, then you're going to need that inventory. All right. You don't want to run out. So make sure that you overcompensate for that in a way. All right. So the last thing, guys, is if you haven't joined our Facebook group, I highly recommend doing so. We have an awesome community, super active. All right. So we're all kind of working together to make sure that any new sellers or, even advanced sellers, we have new tactics and conversations about everything. And I'm in there personally answering questions as well. So if you're not a part of the FBA Liberators, I highly recommend doing so. Last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is Freedom Builders Accelerator, right? This is my course. The course itself has everything you need and more, but then on top of that too, you get one-on-one mentorship with me. We have weekly group calls. I will also answer any messages basically within 24 hours on Facebook, as well as, we can hop on Skype calls. We can jump on things and go through whatever you guys need. I'm here to help you, okay? So since I've established an Amazon business and I know how life-changing it can be, I want to give back to you guys and do the exact same thing. All right, so I actually, for the rest of the year, have basically just cut my price in half, and I'm here to help you guys. So I highly recommend these 4 things going into Q4. Also, if you're at a point where maybe you're finding your first product, maybe you've already launched and you're not doing as well as you want to be, maybe you're on product 3 or 4 and you're not sure how to scale, I can help you with any of those things and all of those things. So join our Facebook group, shoot me a message, and look into the Freedom Builders Accelerator course. If you guys found value in this video as well, subscribe to, my YouTube channel, hit like on this, give me a comment that you're prepped for Q4. Let me know that you're already dialed in and that you're already ready to go and dominate this so that I know. Okay. So at the end of the day, guys, I really strive to put out the best content. And I know this is a short video. I know this isn't super like walkthrough technicality wise, but the overview is huge. And I think if you take back everything that you've learned from this channel, from everything else too, that you're going to do super well. And I just want to see everyone close out 2019 in the next 75 days. That's all that's left of this year. Super well. All right. So stay after it, liberate yourself, and build your own freedom. All right, guys.